What's up, openers? Welcome to season 4, episode 12. And what is 4 plus 12? Oh shit.
What?
That won't work. I'm gonna say play 444 for a lottery number, but no, because 4 plus 12 is 16.
Y'all,
Yeah,
pardon, Rodney.
disregard, but we on season 4, episode 12. Don't play your lucky fours yet. Try it again in 2 more weeks. Yeah, maybe 6. Yeah, 2 more weeks. All right. Well, we are Open Relationship Podcast. We have an open and honest conversation and talk about everything from A to Z as it pertains to LGBTQ plus community and beyond. I'm your host, Rodney. You can find me on IG at Rodney Wash.
And I am your co-host, Randall. You can follow me on Instagram at BeMyRandall or Christian Mingle at, I don't know that one.
The open one?
The open one.
I can never get that name.
Or if you know my spicier social media, I prefer that you hit me up there. And yeah, hit me up there. Talk to me. I'll talk back.
Hello, I'm your host, Wally. You can find me at Wally the Godfather on Instagram and YouTube. And also check out Car Talk with Wally.
And I'm your host, Solomon E. Stretch. You can follow me on IG at Solomon E. Stretch.
All right, and we have good old host collection play is right there. I can't reach it. Oh, reach it. Thank you. Oh, look at that extra hand. You're gonna hold it. Yeah. So as you can see in the call me now, we need money. That's what Crystal Ball is saying.
And the call me now.
Call me now. There you go.
We ain't
Call
even
me
get
now.
no $4.99 last episode.
We did.
What happened? We
See,
did.
you mixing
Okay.
collections plates
All right,
with
I'm just
crystal
checking.
balls.
Well, y'all need to
and stuff.
triple that. then.
They need to look. I'm about to
Right.
tell you how they can triple it. They need,
Right.
I got you. Thank you for the assist. Whoop. Okay, so you can give in 3 ways. The first way is on Facebook Openers. You can subscribe to our page for 99 cents. It's a special group only for you, and we go live every 4th Thursday of the month on their Patreon and YouTube. Okay. Second way, you can donate to the podcast, but always reverse. Also, you can buy stars on Facebook. We are 5-star young professional gay black men. And as you see, Meech is not here. Meech is on a healing journey. So pray for his healing and his journey. Yeah, he is. He said that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you thought it was being funny. No, I was telling the truth. I'm so tired of Kevin. Also, secondly, you can donate to the podcast. Click the donate button on our podcast platform. List to us on and give what you want to give. You know, as you can see, we had 20s right here. So you want to match that, double that, triple that, baby, go on here. We take all the monies. And the third one is YouTube. And sometimes they can support on YouTube.
Say what?
How they can support on YouTube.
How they can support on YouTube. Okay. Well, we love it when you slide into our DMs, and we love it when you send us pictures and send us comments and all that other good stuff. But we absolutely love it when you participate with us on YouTube live every Tuesday at 8 o'clock ish. But we have a membership program. You can go green, and going green means that you get to join us. Well, you already said that. You get to join us the 4th Thursday of every month.
Yes, you sure can. And also for the Patreon people, I know y'all be saying y'all feel left out. Patreon, we go live on Patreon as well every 4th Thursday of the month. You can also join via Patreon at whatever podcast player listens on. Click the Patreon link and join. All right. Now I guess let's get to Meech part. What up, openers? Before we get to our first segment, Hot Topic with Meech, you know what to pay these bills. If you don't know, now you know. Apple's our official sponsor for the Open Relationship Podcast. If you haven't done so yet, click the link in the bio for 1 month Apple TV and Apple Music for free. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. And sweet baby, did you do it yet?
I haven't.
Girl, let me move on. Also, openers.
What are you doing?
Wait, do you have Apple TV or Apple Music?
I do have Apple Music.
Okay.
I'm on the family plan.
Okay, well, you're doing good. Well, you get yours for free. You got a family. You got a plan.
I don't have a family.
You have a plan B?
Girl, you need a plan C, honey. Okay. Also, openers, we going to keep saying to our blue to face. We go live on for our green checkers on Patreon, Facebook group, and YouTube every 4th Thursday of the month. So make sure you go on and subscribe.
Is that coming up?
It is. No, 2 weeks from now. Yeah, 2 weeks from now. We got 2 weeks. All right. So here go. Oh, so the hot topics is good this week. I'm so excited. So the hot topic with Meech, we're gonna talk about the first one. Ooh, this is a juicy one too, but I don't believe it, but I'm gonna talk about it. Tyler Perry is being sued for $260 million lawsuit. Allegedly, he has been funneling and touching on one of his actors who acts in The Oval. He look like he's a white man.
So is this open for discussion?
Yeah, I want to talk about it.
So as much as I do not like Tyler Perry,
You don't like Tyler Perry?
I'm just not a fan of his writing. I'm not a fan of how he portrays us. All that for all the reasons that everybody else says. But
He gonna come get you.
Tyler Perry is an upstanding man, an upstanding citizen. Like, I don't believe these accusations to be true. I believe this to be a complete cash grab. From actors that have worked with him, I know that Tyler Perry does everything that he can to stay away from any type of sexual accusations or anything that comes from that. That has been him since the Chitlin circuit. Working, as Medea in plays. So this lawsuit is bogus. He's not that guy. And normally I'm always side with a victim on this, especially when it comes to a power dynamic. But this is something ain't clean in the buttermilk, and I don't like that they doing that to Tyler.
So my thing is, I don't know if it's true or not, but he should have collaborated with that Christian Keys person. He was trying to come out with some allegations, allegedly. I don't know if it was Tyler Perry or not Tyler Perry, but listen, you band together with other people that also have been victimized, and then you collaborate on your lawsuit.
Action.
Yeah, you collaborate on your lawsuit. Like, you ain't getting $260
he won
million,
$260 million, but I'll be set for life.
Sir, white man, sit down.
Yeah.
I want to say this though. Tyler Perry do be having the gays in his stuff. I don't know who be casting the gays.
But he's not touching them people.
He has a keen eye.
He does.
And even when he rolls
Is he
on
casting the
set,
gays himself?
and even when he rolls on set, like Tyler he's not one of those people that is like accessible. Like you're not this close to him.
Let me say this though, because and there's being a devil advocate,
He can
right?
call you in the
But I
back.
think it's fake too. But however, he can't get your number. He can't text you.
Right, he
So
call
we
you in the
can't
back.
act like Tyler Perry is so hands off that he don't even talk to his
Right.
employees. Like, I don't
Can I
believe
see you in my office?
Yeah, like,
really quick.
He's so much smarter than that. He has watched so many
was
people.
just about to say.
He has watched so many people go down for the foolishness that I just don't believe. I don't believe that he's that dumb. If he was,
My crystal broker said it's a lie.
it would be an assistant. Like, it would be an assistant saying, "Mr. Perry would like to see you." Like, there would be no direct there would be no paper trail. He's not that dumb. He's a
I do
mind.
agree he's not that dumb.
But he does have actors who he does talk to because they go and run their mouth about everything. Like the girl on Beauty in Black said she had his Amex card and was about to swipe it for a Rolex. So two things could be true. If he fucks with you, I feel like you got his number. Y'all can text and talk. Because clearly he texts and talk with some of his actors. Okay. And I mean, a screenshot with the person's name saying Tyler Perry doesn't mean anything. People can lie about that, right? But to me, right, it has to be some truth to it because it's a lawsuit out there. Now, I say it's 100% true, but it has some truth in it.
And he don't
Let
like
me
his
file my
men that
lawsuit
light
against you
skin
right quick,
either.
Rodney, because I don't like the way you hugged me when you came in.
I didn't hug you today.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying that the camera caught everything.
That's my whole point. Is just because there's a lawsuit out there doesn't
I'm
mean
not
that there
saying
is
it's all the
anything
way
to it.
true, but I'm going to say like it's something happened, right? But I don't think it was like in that way. Tyler Perry probably was like, girl, I want you no more. I want something new. Allegedly.
I don't think there was ever any smoke to begin with.
Okay, well that could be fine. Me and ain't my lawsuit. Tyler Perry hired me. Shit.
I wish them all well.
What else? Yeah, good luck, Tyler.
Shit,
like,
I'll be quiet.
I'm sure Tyler.
That's a damn privacy hole that don't shut the fuck up.
I'm sure Tyler's legal team is all over this, and they will have this cleared up by next week. So,
All right.
what's next?
Let's talk about gay actor Brandon Carson. He was I watched him on Facebook. He was a series called About Him. It was really good. I actually enjoyed that series.
It was cute.
It was.
Hey, mood painters.
Did I see that?
Mood painters. Okay.
Hey, Bronzy.
I love that
They're
name.
my friend.
Okay. Was that funny? Mood painters. I'm sorry. Oh, child, that name is funny.
We all have something that tickles us. Hey.
Okay. But anyway, so Brandon Carson was in the blogs this weekend, basically saying he's in New York right now doing something the way he's doing up there. But apparently he went over this young gentleman's house and he's saying how the young gentleman didn't offer him a glass of water or anything. The hospitality was not there. So my question is this, whether it's a hookup or not, do you think it's impolite not to offer somebody water when they enter your home? Or do you feel like it's a differentiation between having a hookup or having an actual guest? Like, do you offer your hookup water or your guest water? Or
I offer all of my hoes something to drink.
What do you do, Rodney?
I don't offer them no water. Neither have I got offered water, so I don't feel the type of way. But I want to know what the people do, honestly.
I mean, that's why you keep bottled water in the house. Like, I'm not gonna
Really, for your hoes?
I'm not gonna accept tap.
Wow.
Well, I don't want it.
This is what y'all be going through as like, this is what y'all be going. I'm sorry.
What do you give them?
I'm going to offer you a cocktail. Like I'm going to offer you a
so
cocktail.
they can get saucy.
He has class.
So they can get saucy.
I mean, I feel like I'm a little more classy than that. Like, first of all.
But that's for a purpose, sir.
No, I just feel
You're
like.
not going to offer them apple juice.
No, who are you dealing
That's gonna go right through.
Who are you dealing with? Who are you dealing with that you aren't going to offer them a beverage in your house? Like, and I get randomness, but like, even with the randoms, like, that's the level of people. Like, that's
So
how
you have to
treat your
realize
random?
this is also New York. Like, I'm from Philly, so I understand, like, New York and Philly people are rude as fuck. Like, I have to, like, remember to, like, be hospitable when people come over my house. Like, hey, you want something to drink? You okay? You're hungry? But me
Before
being in
y'all
the
have
South... No, not necessarily, but yes, I have to remember to be hospitable. So this is New York. I mean, just like, all right, girl, come in, drop your drawers. That's what it's given.
That's what I'm used to. No shade.
Well,
so do I feel, should I feel like a classless whore?
Yes.
A little bit.
Yes, you should.
A little bit.
I'm not used to getting offered.
Just a little bit.
I mean, afterwards, probably some water,
You want
but
some
not
juice?
before. That's some juice.
I just feel like I'm saying this, and I know this goes against everything y'all probably think of me already, but if I've invited you into my home, I've invited you into my home, like you're now a guest in my house. Like coming to my house is an experience. Okay,
It is.
No matter what happens, if you if you get invited to my home, it's an experience, and whether we fucking or not, like, you're gonna want to come back.
I'm gonna say this, I guess. Well, I want to hear what your thoughts are.
Well, you are going to leave just like you came. And so I don't want anybody saying that, like, I offer bottled water. I offer stuff that is safe.
Oh,
So
I get what you're saying.
You not leaving saying I drugged you or nothing. No, absolutely not.
Oh, I mean, you.
And food for thought for people out there who don't really think really well, I'm gonna help you out because I'm be afraid you have some like people don't think all the way. If you didn't see them fix your drink, do not drink it. If you didn't see them get the bottled water out of the container, do not take it. I'm just letting you know now.
Why'd you have to say bottled
Who
water?
are you messing with? Like,
I'm for real.
There's a
This
lot
is
of-
rule
there's a-
101.
I mean, that's valid. I mean, you
I know,
never
I
know.
get it, but
Look, I don't care if your back turned, baby. Turn around. Let me see what you doing. Cause babe, I'm not drinking it. Okay.
No, I'm with you. I don't do that. No, you have to prepare it in the other room and bring it out to me. Absolutely not.
I'll do one of these. Oops.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Accidentally tip it over.
don't smoke what you don't roll up.
All right. Couple
that
Cupality. All right. Noelle. Did I say that right? I want to make sure. Noelle Adams is recognized as the first Black queer non-binary person on an emerging app, safety app. So basically, if you're out and about with your whatever you're doing, it's an app that can alert with your friends saying you safe or not with your hookups or whatever it is for you. And I think it's really, really beautiful. Can you read the name for me, Solomon?
Noelle Adams?
No, the name of the app.
Oh, Culpability?
Thank you. That's the name of the app right there. So make sure y'all go support this.
I just thought of what just happened.
You fell right into it. But yeah, for real, y'all go out here and support the Will Adams app. I think it's a really cool thing. I actually downloaded it myself and played around with it. For real, because you do have people who are, be out there having fun. Whatever you're doing, don't have to be like hookup wise. You traveling the country, whatever.
Yeah.
You have an accountability partner you can check in with, and I think that's beautiful. Last but not least, which is the last least, a federal judge in Boston blocked Trump's 2025 order banning gender markers changes on a U.S. passport, ruling it unlikely constitutional and allowing transgender and intersex Americans nationwide to continue updating their passport to reflect their gender identity. So, make a long story short, Trump administration put an executive order on bans making it if you was born a male or female, this is what your passport had to say. So this judge blocked it, basically saying in Amendment 14 that it's discrimination against any persons in the United States. So it's basically saying that trans people are protected United States individuals, and that's discrimination against them, make them be who they don't want to be. And I think that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful win for people, especially for our transgender community. Because, like I shared last week, how one of my people I work with was very fearful of traveling and stuff because they changed everything. So I'm so happy. And I talked about this last week. I'm so happy for her. And I'm actually going to talk to her when I come back. But they know what I'm talking about. But so how do y'all feel about that? Y'all don't care?
No, I care about it. I feel like all of this stuff that he's done is just throwing spaghetti at a wall to see what will stick.
Yeah. I think it's like distractions.
Yeah, I feel like it's such a distraction from like the bigger agenda, and like while this is a miniature win for the transgender community, and why are we even fighting this fight? What
it should have already been
what goes onto a passport. Like this has already been done. We've already been through this before. So for us revisiting this, it is. But for me, the bigger thing is like you guys stay awake on all of this. Because there's so much more that's out there. We have so much legislature that's out there that's going to hurt all of us, and it's just a matter of time until it makes its way through the court systems through the appeals courts and all of that. Like everything that he's doing is getting challenged. It's just hard to figure out what's real and what's not now.
Yeah, I'm going to share a fun fact after Solomon say his piece.
I am in agreement with Randall. I think it is a big distraction when I see stuff like this, and we've been talking about this since forever. When I see stuff like this, it makes me think, what is going on behind the scenes? What's going on underneath the table? What are you trying to get past that? Now that you got this population fired up, now that you got this population over here fired up for them, what are you trying to accomplish?
White straight man supremacy. I mean that is the ultimate goal, is hetero whiteness of America.
You know what? I did a little research because I knew about executive orders, but not as much as I wanted to know. So executive order is basically a thing where the president can bypass the U.S. House and the Senate to make something into law. So it can be overturned in 3 ways. The first way is Congress going in saying, hey, we don't agree with the law. We're going to sign a law to basically cancel it out. However, but the person has to sign on to it. So if that doesn't work, then it goes into our good old Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court can rule against it if it's unconstitutional. So basically, that's why this was blocked, because it was unconstitutional. So I thought that was really, fun fact about that. But that's all I have for Hot Topics with Meech. Thank you all for tuning in.
Thank you, Meech.
Pass it right on over to Randall and see what he's talking about.
Well, Meech.
All right, so I guess we're now into Open Up, guys. Open Up. This is the segment where we pick apart non-traditional relationships using the lens of the Black queer experience. We are 4 Black queer people on the panel today, and I want to talk about something today that's a little bit tender, but might be real to us all. I think we have all been there. What is your deal?
So he didn't have no pushback. I said, so you gay today? He said, yeah.
I said queer.
I didn't say that.
I said queer. He's queer today.
Yes, thank you.
You're queer
I'm
today.
queer.
I'm sorry.
I'm queer every day.
Okay.
Every day, baby.
I know you said 75% last time, so just trying to make sure we include you.
65, 35.
I'm sorry, Randall.
But all right, so what we're talking about today is actually healing, and it's funny you said Meech is out. He's healing. We love you, Meech. We hope you come back. We'll see you next week, actually. But so we've all been in this situation where you have been in a situation. You got out of something toxic or something that just wasn't for you. It was confusing or just exhausting, and you say, you know what? I'm gonna be by myself for a little bit. I'm gonna take time for me to heal. But then one night, you're scrolling through Jack'd or Hinge or Tinder or whatever app you have, and you've had one too many tequilas, and you exchanged some pictures, and now you're talking about love languages, and here we are. And so now my question, the question of the day is like, people who have this idea of, I am sitting this out because I'm healing. I'm sitting out this season because I'm healing. Are you actually ready to date? Can you
Wally?
date? Can you date? Like, is it possible? Is it possible to date while healing, or is that? Are you healing or are you just horny? Which one is
horny.
it?
Oh, that's
which one is it?
horny healing.
And but more importantly,
I feel targeted.
More importantly, how do you date while healing?
Sorry to call you out, bud.
Yeah, this one's all on you. Meech ain't here. Meech ain't here for you. Meech ain't here to help you.
In the comments.
I hate all of you. But, whew. All right. There was part 1 and part 2. All right. Can you still date in your healing journey?
Yes.
I would say yes. I think you need to be clear about what your intentions are. I would say I'm not always clear about what my intentions are, because I was like, I don't know what you're here for, person. I got to figure it out.
Well, let me take that away from you. So like in your dating, like more importantly, like how do you date while healing without turning the person that you're dating into like your emotional support top or like accidental rebound?
Yeah,
You could have said emotional support human.
I mean,
not emotional.
I was talking to Wally though.
Sometimes people need some D in their life. Vitamin D is always good every now and then.
I think sometimes people are casualties of war. In your healing journey, like sometimes you hurt people you don't mean to. Like I will be honest and say that, if that has happened to somebody in the past and on my regard, hey, I try to apologize and keep it moving. But people love me anyway.
That was so dismissive.
What I think is that I think it's possible. I think it's definitely possible. I think you have to understand where you're at in your journey. Do you just want somebody for the night or just like in the night? Or do you actually want to formulate something serious? And if you are, you need to take that slow, because understanding like, hey, there's some things I'm working on, and hey, this might not be the right time. Express that to the person, or say, just be patient with me. Be patient with me. But if you want to just, get something for the evening or whatever, hey, that's everybody's discretion.
So do you think that that's part of the healing journey?
I think it is. You experience different levels of like your connection to people. And sometimes you want the body, sometimes you want the mind, sometimes you want a combination of both. Sometimes y'all trauma bonding together.
Right.
Because you both working through some shit.
Right.
And I've seen that as well.
And that's a whole nother question is like, all right, like a lot of people who are on this healing journey, or I feel like that's an overused phrase now, but a lot of people who are on their healing journey end up in these.
Do you feel it's overused because we're all healing in a way? Is that why you say that?
No. Yeah. Absolutely. No, I think that it's just overused. It's like the idea, last year or 2 years ago, the word toxic was way overused.
Yeah.
But now we've
settled down a little bit from toxic.
Yeah, it really is just, it's one of the buzzwords of the quarter of the last 2 years to me. I personally feel like it's a cop out for a lot of people. I'm healing. Well, if you're healing, go heal. Go to therapy.
But should be dating and healing at the same time? I think that'd be kind of productive.
Then that's the question. That's really what we're getting to. Is the question is like, can you date and heal at the same time? And like, what does that really look like? Like, I get that we have these casual encounters.
I think casually fucking and healing is okay.
It depends. It depends what you're healing from. If you're healing from like sexual trauma, like I don't know if that's helping. But
why you can't? I mean, like Kevin can't say you still horny.
I mean, yeah,
it is. It's a body function.
Yeah.
Like, so, I mean,
just use your Peter Wecker.
I mean, things happen.
Okay. Oh, use the whole.
Listen.
Well, I think there's also
I have fun when I want to have fun. Okay.
I think there's also a difference between sexual desire, focusing on the word desire, as opposed to a trauma response. And so, sometimes you can get your feelings hurt. Sometimes you can be bored, or you can be in a situation and the first thing that comes up is, I need a fuck.
Yeah.
And
guilty.
That's not guilty. and that's not necessarily a healthy thing. And I think it's once you get in I think it's also important to identify what dating means. And so when you are like dating and you're getting to know people, like if you're out there hooking up with people, that's one thing, right? Like you're hooking up, it's for the moment. But when you're dating and you're getting to know people, I think it's very important to let the person know where you are.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that.
Because if you are giving off these vibes that you want to be in a relationship, but you are being sneaky and you're engaging in these behaviors that aren't intentional and saying that, hey, I want to actually date you, get to know you, build something with you, I think that's harmful.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that there is a big difference between healing through connection and just avoiding solitude. Like, and when I say to you that it's like the buzzword of the year or whatever is healing, like my question to most people who say that is, oh, well, what are you doing to heal? Like how are you healing? Are you just sitting out? Like, I just think people use that as a cop out of, I'm not with anybody right now. Like, I'm not committed to anybody right now.
But they're not actively doing anything to like better their lives.
Yeah. Like there's an action. There are actions that come along with that. And I think that, from speaking from experience, there have been times where, and this was before the healing craze has come about, but where, I just felt like, I'm not ready to date, but I would still be out there and, whether it's getting my rocks off or it's just finding companionship, it's still a space that like is misleading. And I feel like a lot of people confuse like just not wanting to be by themselves with healing, or I'm not ready to date, or whatever it is. I feel like somebody needs to coin a term that basically says, you know what, I don't want to be alone.
So I will say this for me, like I wholeheartedly agree with you. I'm really into myself right now. Like I'm my primary concern, my happiness, how I show up in the world. That's important to me because I've never had the time to really think about what do I want in this life? What do I want in a relationship? Like, what is a healthy version of that look like?
I'm sorry.
What song is that?
I was just singing it in my head.
See, this is why I don't get emotional with y'all. This is exactly why.
I'm sorry. You know what?
No.
But he did it. I did not sing it out loud.
I'm going back in my shell. Bye. Bye.
You know what though? Honestly, what I think is a very beautiful thing that you're doing to really protect your peace.
Wait, what?
Yeah, protect his peace.
I'm sorry, Wally. I ain't meant to do that.
He wants to be your own healing journey. Mm-hmm. So I hope it's working out for you.
Oh, it's definitely working out, baby.
Yeah.
But I think people also need to realize that healing isn't pretty. Healing is all of the above, right? Mm-hmm. So it is saying no. It is also saying yes. It's also exploring and doing things differently than you've done in the past.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where, like when you think about when you get a cut, right, or you get a scrape, that scrape, it crusts over, it gets hard, it turns into a scab, it peels, it then forms a new layer. Mm-hmm. And that takes time. And it isn't something where it's just like, well, I'm going to do it by myself. Like even that scab needs the air, even the
some antibiotic ointment,
maybe or maybe a Band-Aid. Maybe the person who comes along for the moment is just the Band-Aid. Yeah. And there's
do a Band-Aid.
Oh God.
I've had plenty of those. Okay.
We know.
Oop, I don't need no more.
Oh, child.
But it's just one of those things where
he passed a Band-Aid.
Neosporin. Doxy.
Well, and sometimes that tape is thick.
just as long as you're not bleeding all over people.
Okay, there you go.
But the thing is that it can be a and all. It doesn't have to be a one or the other. It doesn't have to be so isolating. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of times we think that the healing journey is isolating, and sometimes it's sitting on a panel and talking about what your journey looks like.
And it's also like discovering yourself, but you don't necessarily always have to discover yourself alone. You can, once you discover, hey, this is important to me, I like this, invite somebody that you trust along with you. It doesn't always have to be a romantic thing. I think sometimes it's like there are friends that get us through certain journeys as well. Like, hey, if you want to go out, like I go out on dates with my friends, and they would seem like dates. We're going to dinner, we're going to the concert, we're going to a movie. Like it would seem like a date, but this is like what we need at the time to not only curate our friendship, but also like heal ourselves.
But I also think it's one of those things where
I don't call that hanging out with your friends' dates. I think that's not the right terminology I would want to use.
People call it.
I mean, the only difference is we ain't kissing the fucking.
No, I'm not hanging out with my friends.
But I think it's also those moments where healing happens and you just don't know it. And this is for me personally. Like I recently had a situation where I spilled something on a towel. And it left a mess, and I immediately kind of like freaked out on the inside. Shut up. And it wasn't.
I'm a little confused. What?
So I was with my partner, and I spilled something on a towel.
Something like what?
We want to know shit. I do too.
It was nothing bodily.
Okay.
So let me say that.
Was it lube?
No. But I immediately was like, that's what it was. You said what? No. No. Because when you're scared, you don't spill those.
You can get a little burn. Be sniffing a bit too hard.
I hate you, Rodney. But anyway, I thought I messed up the towel, and I immediately started freaking out. But then I went and was like, hey, I think I just fucked up your towel. And he was like, oh. He's like, okay.
This must have been an expensive towel.
It was his towel.
It was his towel. It wasn't mine. And so then it was just like one of those things where it's like, oh, in the past, I fucked around with individuals who would have been like, oh, you clumsy, you da-da-da-da-da. But in that moment, there was acceptance. And it was a very small thing, but it was a very big moment. And then I had to turn around and just be like, wait a minute. I actually think I just felt really, really safe in this moment.
Yeah.
When I've dated individuals before, and the slightest thing I would feel unsafe.
Yeah.
Like,
It would turn into an argument. It would turn into name calling. It would turn into.
for spending something on a towel?
That's very specific. But
Oh, I'm about to say, God damn, that's sad. I'm so sorry. I'm glad you out of that.
But you know, in those situations when you are living similar experiences throughout time, and then the experience changes, that could be a healing moment.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
I hope it helps you, darling.
I mean, it didn't, but I'm good.
So Meech, we see you. Meech said that healing is tiring. Sitting in uncomfortable feelings. One day you're cool, next day you're mad again, thinking you've moved on, but you haven't.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. It's kind of like your analogy with the Band-Aid or the scab. It's like physical therapy. Like you end up like when you break your leg, you learn how to walk again. Or you break a hip, you learn how to walk again. Like you fall, like you need assistance. So like I think that I think all of us are right on when we're saying the healing doesn't look the same.
I have to keep busy when I'm healing. Like, I can't just be left alone with my thoughts. Because then I'd be like, should I take the nigga back? Or am I doing the right thing? When I know I made the right decision, I find myself when I'm not busy second-guessing my answer. When I know it's the right answer, but then you get lonely and you get in your little corner and you get run up like, was it really that deep this time? After it's a 14 goddamn time. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, I have to be busy. It's either working out, finding a new hobby, reading something. I have to be doing something. I think to not revert back.
But I think it's also another layer to that because like one our healing journeys aren't always about another nigga. And then secondly, sometimes you do not have the option to like continue and do other things. Like I've had times where like I had an injury like that prevented me from going to the gym and doing things that, you know, I usually do to get my mind off things like being active. And plus like, hey, I was also having work challenges and I wasn't working either. So I'm just sitting there like, well, I guess I gotta work this shit out some other way. And so sometimes life comes at you that way. So we have to be, you know, understanding when life comes at you and the different solutions that could come and play. We have to seek them out and really seek help when necessary.
Yeah, I love that.
I love that.
So I guess we've come to the understanding that healing is not a one size fits all thing. Openers, y'all get in our comments. Let us know what you do to heal when you're getting out of a situation or trying to get through a situation with someone. We've kind of shared with you what our healing tactics are. So jump in the comments. Let us know. I know we have to keep moving on because we don't have all night for this show. So I'm going to keep it moving and we're going to go back over to Wally for some fun.
Where's your ball?
Hello. Of course I have it, darling.
Oh.
Yes. Welcome to a segment I like to call Get Your Life, Play the Game. And the game today, because it is Pride Month, we are going to play something called Trailblazing with Sass.
You go with that game.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you know, since we're here, we're not wearing all the colors today, but hey, we still are very colorful and queer.
Shaking my hair.
Mostly gay. So yes, how the game works is in our trusty bowl.
I'm listening.
In our trusty bowl, we have a series of names, and these are trailblazers in the LGBTQ plus community. And so you have to allow us to guess who that person is without saying their name. Oh, Lord. So it's kind of a, you know, piggybacking on our music game that was very interesting last week.
So we're having a gay history lesson right now.
Of course.
Okay.
We're gonna learn
full
some shit today.
transparency, I don't know any gay icon stuff for the lady.
Well, you gonna learn
for
today.
the Stonewall riots, and that's all I know.
We'll
What's her
help
name?
you out.
Marsha P.
I made it easy for you. Look at Marsha P. That's good, Rodney.
That's all I know. Something
That's
that y'all
good.
know is an opener. So don't come to
Well,
my revoke my
you
gay
gonna
card.
start.
It's gonna get revoked.
Yeah.
You gonna start?
Well, Wally, I just hope you know that we're gonna change the rules.
I mean, naturally.
And don't you look?
Just like
And
we
I
did
have
last
to
time.
pivot.
Oh, I know this.
Good.
Okay, you got some. Okay. She's a trailblazer. Okay, she is a female rapper that came out in the.
Queen Latifah.
There you go. Look,
Alrighty.
who you calling the beat? Look, I knew that one.
Do you know who it is?
Yes. The TV show is based off of a biblical story, and
Biblical
this
story.
Noah Art.
yes. But who's the main actor? Who is Noah?
I don't know his real name. You know Noah's real name?
No, you asking me names.
Well, actually, I'm thinking about the right person.
Yes.
I am thinking about the right person.
you are thinking about
I
the
am
right
thinking
person.
about the right person.
Yeah. So
Fact,
so apparently.
the director, the one who made it, he's from Mississippi. The
Oh
creator.
really? What's his?
That's not important for this.
I don't know his name.
Should we say his name?
Yeah. what's-
Okay.
Daryl Stevens.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. We must say their name.
We speak your name.
Yes.
Oprah Winfrey.
Yes.
He don't like
him.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, I'm talking about this one that I got. This
Tyler
one that
Perry.
I got. No.
Why you?
Oh, Tyler, look,
What?
Tyler.
Well, I don't know.
Why you be having beef?
Can you zoom in
You
on
said
me?
it earlier.
Can you
I did
zoom
not
in
say
on
that.
me?
You did say that
Zoom in
earlier.
on me, Tyler. We love you here, okay? I don't know why they slandering your name. I'm gonna slap him after we get off production. Cause why would you talk about Tyler? He's a heterosexual man.
He is not in these list of names. Okay.
Thank you.
I was going off of context clues because earlier Randall said he did
I
not
am
like
not
this.
supporting you in this one. Tyler give checks. He make millionaires, baby. I ain't finna fuck that up.
That's right. If you want to cast our gay asses, okay.
Well,
What's the name? Wait, that's the clue.
Hold on. All right, so here the clue. He has a.
Why you got beef, Randall?
No, I want to say he has a Tony, maybe.
A Tony.
A Tony. Okay.
Gay man.
what's that man who be singing for everything?
Oh my God, who played on Pose? Who they use him
what's that
all the
man's
time?
name?
Yeah.
Oh girl, I don't care for him either.
Why?
Okay, let me say this.
I just don't like that he has become like the front runner of
gay
like
people.
of our community.
Yeah.
And while he deserves a seat.
He does.
He deserves a seat.
But
and
he's a seat,
he was
not the
phenomenal,
whole.
and he was phenomenal.
Billy Porter.
in his yes.
Billy Porter.
in his
Yes.
role. He was phenomenal in his role. I just don't like the caricature that he gives
I'm winning.
for us. So.
I got one, too. I got two. Do I got two?
You have one.
Okay.
You got two what?
2 points.
Points, yeah. I ain't keeping points because y'all be crazy.
I don't want to cheat because I could have so looked at his hand.
Well-
he don't play cards.
Well, this
We saw
person,
that.
I do, and I'm very good at spades. So see me at the table.
Child, we did, and you didn't get on.
Oh,
I sat on the table for a long time.
oh, that was heated.
We're not gonna revisit that night that you weren't allowed on the space table.
Anywho, this person was very pivotal in the civil rights era.
I don't know.
March on Washington.
Rustin.
Bayard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Combined the
Oh,
name.
Netflix made a
Bayard
movie about
Rustin.
him. Okay.
Or Bayard Rustin. Sometimes the name
Yeah.
is. Yes.
Bayard.
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 Yes.
Yeah, that's my man. I like him.
Yeah. He's
He deserves all the seats.
yes.
Where is his Netflix? Does he have a Netflix?
Yeah, he got the movie.
I didn't know that.
They did a movie. Coleman
Dominguez.
Yes.
Did not know that. Sorry. Didn't know. That's how much I watched.
It's good.
This is a popular
What's it called?
trans activist.
Rustin?
She played in a movie.
Okay.
no.
All right, cool.
Shit.
I
Rodney
said
was moving on.
popular trans activist. She played in a movie. I mean, in a show, in a movie, and she hosts red carpets and things like that. She's very accepted.
Laverne
Yes.
Cox.
Yeah, you go.
Hey, Laverne.
I like her.
I love her.
I love her.
Well, I like everybody
More
that was
Laverne.
mentioned today. All right. I don't have any beef.
I like everybody too.
Y'all ready?
No, hold on.
It's him.
What happens to a dream deferred?
Ooh, yes. You better get deep.
A dream deferred.
God.
Fire next time.
You know my favorite poem is
Oh, is that the famous black Baldwin? Him? That's him.
James Baldwin.
I got it.
Yay.
Yeah.
What is it called? River?
I have never read none of his poems though, but I need to do better. Open and honest.
No.
River. Okay. We'll check it out.
All right.
Ready?
Time is not on our side.
Oui, monsieur.
Bounce that asshole, shake them titties.
Oh, wow.
Santana?
There we go.
Is it-
Really?
I mean,
Girl,
I did that for Rodney.
no, you did.
You like to shake your ass.
No,
And
that ain't the icon. I'm not finna even do that.
Well,
he's pop culture.
he's
Pop culture, but not icon. We not gonna do
Well,
that.
hey,
We not gonna do that.
I don't know.
Now he makes. I support. No, let me just make sure I say this with all transparency. He has made leeway in the music industry. I will always give him that, but I don't think he's iconic just of yet. And I think that's a fair statement.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. All right, moving on. So this person was also in a very popular show that took place in the 80s. Well, it
RuPaul.
it didn't take place in the 80s, but it was set in the 80s. New York, trans.
Michelle Rodriguez. MJ Rodriguez.
No, this was actually like what was the segment? I guess
We need a little like.
face. I don't know. Masculine. What's the masculine category? Like,
Really?
You talking about that boy? He a dancer?
yeah.
Which one? Cause one was One Living Here. That's what you talking about. Is he?
What's his name?
Is he iconic?
What's his name? This is for Trailblazers, people that were Trailblazers. They don't necessarily have to be iconic.
I haven't.
So
picked-
Trailblazer, he's a Trailblazer.
I mean, yeah, anybody that does, prominent things in our community, I feel is a Trailblazer. Yeah.
Is Arthur Ashe in there?
No, I didn't know he was homosexual.
Oh, was he? I don't know.
I mean, he died of an AIDS transfusion, but I don't think he was
He may not
homosexual.
have been. I don't know.
Yeah. But
Is
Delon Burnside is the name. So we have two more.
who else? Who? Oh, we're still playing the game.
Yeah. Oh. I like her now. She is iconic. She is the moment. This is a good pick.
Okay.
She is a lesbian singer.
Is she lesbian?
I think she is.
Whitney
Yeah.
Houston.
Gio, it's time to go. These bitches done pissed me off. Why would you say that? That lady is straight.
I mean, she was.
Trey.
I mean,
Straight.
she was bisexual. Whitney was bisexual.
Okay, we're gonna move on. It's not Whitney Houston.
Okay.
She wears suits all the time. Her dad was a janitor.
I didn't know her dad was a janitor.
She make a lot of sexy music, but she's a lesbian. Janelle Monáe.
That's what I was thinking. But she doesn't wear suits all the time.
I mean, she's. But
Well, now
she wears
she's
suits.
showing her titties now,
Yeah.
so she evolved.
Yeah, I like Janelle Monáe. All right, this is the last one.
Oh, this game went all kinds of left.
I said Whitney Houston. I said, Lord.
It's supposed to.
Whitney.
Thank you for cleaning up our stage.
All right. Well, for this last one, he was one of Whitney Houston's friends. He had a very sultry tone.
I'm not gonna say the name.
He had a very sultry tone.
Did you put him in?
Everybody knew Luther was gay.
You put Luther in there. You put Luther in there.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
He is
God.
one of our premier queer entertainers.
When you said Whitney Fred, what?
Oh, God.
Lord, Luther has not confirmed he dead. We gonna let the dead rest.
I've seen that documentary now. That Sass is undeniable.
Did y'all
Thank you.
did y'all see the clip when Luther performed Missy Elliott?
I'm so tired of you.
Oh, I did. That was
Yes.
funny.
Yes.
Okay,
I did see
let's
that.
just. What's our time producer?
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
What's the
thank
time
you
check?
for joining in on today's Get Your Life Play the Game.
poor Luther.
And let us know in the comments
Poor
which
Whitney.
queer activist
Catch a strain
really
is what
means
they
the most
did.
to you.
Trailblazer means the
Trailblazer.
most.
Yes, Trailblazer. We had to clarify that because, some debate going on, but Trailblazer. Yes. All right, Solomon, what's going on?
Oh,
Well,
Jesus.
before we get into the menage a trois, here at Open Relationship Podcast, we often have to remind ourselves that we are a safe space,
Yes.
Even though it doesn't seem like it sometimes.
and we can agree to disagree and still
Yes.
be heard.
In real time.
Please continue to tune in with the four of us, typically the five of us, as we share in our hot topics, in all of our topics. But also remember to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, openers. This topic has been coming up a lot in just general conversations in some of my friend groups in terms of like, what is your relationship with straight men? As a queer or gay man, what is your relationship with straight men? I actually saw, I was having this conversation about a week or two ago, and the question came up like, do you have a lot of straight friends? And do you feel safe in, we'll say, mixed company, right? But then I also saw on Instagram the other day, this man, I believe he identifies as straight, was talking about how straight men miss out on a lot of opportunities because they don't have gay best friends or they don't have gay friends. And he was saying how his gay friend really goes hard for him and supports him and is there for him and, whatever ways he needs. And so the question for y'all tonight is, what is your relationship with straight men?
It's very platonic.
Obviously.
Rodney.
Don't give him no more wine.
Rodney, we're not giving you you drink water before these episodes from now on.
It's just very casual. I say I only have like 3 straight heterosexual male friends. But I had them ever since I was like in college. Like I don't feel safe around a lot of straight male friends. And male in general anyway, especially, I don't know. I don't like to feel like I'm being judged in whatever part of land I'm in. I don't feel like if I'm gay, who gives a fuck? And I feel like when gay people are trying to be your friend, they always have some ulterior motive. It's from my experience. I remember this one time I told you about that coworker I had at the bank who was straight on the show. I recently saw him in the gym. And everything I thought was really, really true.
What part of the gym exactly?
Oh,
No, was it
steam room?
No, in the working out. Working out, yeah.
Well,
To make a long story short, to catch you up, it was this guy you work with at a bank. He
Yeah.
was straight. He used to ask a lot of gay shit.
And he ended up being gay.
No, he's still straight apparently, but I always feel like if I would have took it there, I feel like he wanted me to be his first or his experiment per se.
Oh, well, that's not a straight man.
I think it's experiment one time. I do. That's my opinion.
Okay.
However, when I saw him in the gym and the conversation we had, it confirmed everything
He said, "What that booty do?"
He asked for that.
I just got to disagree. Like I see where you're coming from, Rodney, and I, because I've lived that, the idea of like feeling safe in your own community, like I can see where you're coming from with it, but y'all, straight men really don't be checking for us like that. It's not the straight men that are out here like bashing us and talking about us in the gay community. Yeah. It is women. Like it is the women. Like niggas don't care about that.
I get along with the women better, honestly. I get along with women
in their face. Better. You do, but in their face. But what I've realized, and I know this is about straight men right now, but I have to get on my soapbox right now because I feel like women, like especially like in our community, black women are the number one people who tear us down. It's not black men out there that are talking about like this, you know, like I don't want the gays around. It's the
they don't give a shit.
Yeah, the men like real true straight men.
That ain't my experience.
Don't care. Like they're not, as long as you're not trying to like
convert them.
Yeah, as long as you're not as long as you're not too familiar with them or trying to be too familiar with them, like you're just like another one of the bros. Like unless you come, I get if you're like feminine presenting and you're trying to be in a group of like like hyper masculine guys, but if you're just a regular guy and you're not if you're not bringing the gay shit to them, they're not bringing nothing to you.
What aggravates me is this. I guess it's my experience from my lens. It aggravates my soul when I'm walking down the street, walking the gym, and the dude sagging his pants, and he see me or see a gay person, they just want to pick up. Ain't nobody checking for your dirty drawers ass in the first place. I almost like dudes who sag they pants. You look broke and disgusted. I don't even want you.
That's in your head, baby.
No, that's the truth. They do. They literally do it.
That's in your head.
They literally do it.
That's in your head, and they're picking up their pants because they were falling down, not because you were looking.
Child, I wouldn't look. It's a problem. I didn't want to look at the dirty ass.
So why would you assume that they're picking them up?
I know what they do when I walk around.
So you're thinking that somebody from across the street can look at you, say that you're a fag.
You're walking behind someone and some have to say how they turn around and they happen to see me or see a group of people. I see it all the time in Atlanta. Like, especially like off of Edgewood, especially not at Casa. It's like now a straight place. Straight men go there now.
I found plenty of gays on Edgewood, so I don't know.
But Edgewood is still a straight. Come on now. It's a straight place.
I think you're flattering. I think you're flattering yourself by thinking that they are thinking about you.
I'm not flattering myself. That's the truth. And baby, I swear I don't want them. So it's not a flatter that I even want. I was like DL
to your point, like Randall, I feel like sometimes the misconceptions are in our head about what they think about us. Like I have a lot of straight male connections. We don't have any issues. We can talk freely. And sometimes I'm that sounding board and voice of reason for them. When they want to like be emotional with an actual male, they can do that with me and they can be expressive, however they want. And I feel like they're comfortable with being their whole self with me, as opposed to like sometimes even with their women, their wives or girlfriends or whatever, they have to show up a certain way. But when we come around, often we can just be that fullness and see them in their fullness. That's my perspective.
Yeah, these straight men ain't bothering us.
Yeah.
How do you feel about straight men, Solomon?
I think it has been, to circle back and make a 360 connection. Yeah. Going back to that earlier conversation, I think it's been a healing journey. I think I have met some straight men later in life who have shown me more love than gay men.
That's beautiful.
And I think and that's an experience that may just be unique to me, and this pocket or this community that I'm in. But I think that is necessary. I think bridging that gap is necessary, because at the end of the day, when we can all just see each other as individuals, as men, regardless of sexuality, we all have life experiences. Because at the end of the day, if I'm going to take it to another conversation, when we're talking about politics, at the end of the day, when shit hits a fan and men are under attack, and I'd say the same thing for women in their community, we have to understand that we all have to come together. Has that always been the case? No. There have been a lot of instances where I just didn't feel safe, but at the same time, I don't think I felt safe in the gay community either. True. And I think that's something that isn't often talked about, because there's a lot of judgment. There's a lot of shit. You can't go out to a club without seeing a fight or getting into getting into a fight. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, I haven't gotten into a fight, but it's just one of those things where, safety is important. Safety matters. Moving on.
All right, that's what you have for your segment. Got something you want to add?
I want like, not today, but I do want to talk about the relationship, like specifically the relationship of the black gays with black gay women. Like that's a whole
black gay women or black women?
Sorry, the black gays with black women. That relationship is one that
can be challenging.
I want to dig into that. Like that's
I've never had a bad experience with a black woman like that.
It is like I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this on behalf of myself, and then also on behalf of someone who's like really special to me. Is like what I feel like the number one protector of black women are black gay men. Like we're normally the ones that stand up for black women.
Mm-hmm. But we don't get that in turn.
What I don't like is that it's not reciprocated. And like when it comes to sexuality, or when it comes to like even conflict, the very first thing that a black woman goes for when they're at odds with a black man, whether
nigga,
it be
you gay,
heterosexual or queer or anything, is they demean them by challenging their sexuality.
Yeah, it's true.
And whether I'm gay or not, we was just Judy's 10 minutes ago, and now that we've come into conflict is, oh, you faggot this, or like you bitch nigga this.
F-bomb.
And I mean, I can say it.
I mean, well, but we're.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that might that'll get me banned. That'll get us banned from YouTube. I'm sorry. I retract that. But their very first thing is that they attack our sexuality, whether it's heterosexual people or straight or gay or anything in between. And I think that's just a whole like why y'all do why.
Okay, we can say it. I can see what you're going there.
That's a whole topic of black women, of the love that I have for black women, but also the trauma that I have from black women. So
okay. Well, openers, we are now coming to the letter. Let's make a little light and a little shade, a little fun. Which is your favorite segment? You can send your letter in two ways. You can email us at openrelationshippodcast@gmail.com. Or you go to our website. There you go. It's right on the banner at the bottom. Or you go to the website at openrelationshippodcast.com. Click contact us and send your letter. All right, here is the letter. Dear Open Relationship Podcast, woo, y'all. I never thought I'd be writing in, but here I am sipping wine, hoping you can save me from losing my mind. Let me start by saying I'm an opener, and I live for the unfiltered, hilarious, and heartfelt convos y'all bring every week. Oh, you feel like my messy group chat with wisdom, but now it's my turn to drop a little mess of my own in the mix. I like him. He's a little writer. So here's my situation. I've been dating this amazing man, smart, sexy, sweet, the whole package. But his friends, baby, that's another story. They're not mean, but every time I'm around them, I feel like I'm the odd one out. Different vibes, different humor, different everything. I try to engage, but I always end up feeling like I'm the one on the outside looking in. I don't want to mess up a good thing or make him feel torn, but I'm struggling. Do I try harder to bond with his crew, or is it okay to keep a little distance? How do you find the balance between being respectful of his world and staying true to yourself? Help me out before I start faking laughs and counting down the minutes of every function. Girl, this is so mean. With love and confusion, a loyal opener just trying to fit in.
That was good.
I like this letter. All right. Who want to go first? Because I have a lot to say.
I feel like it's twofold for me. One, you have to realize that the people that he hang around, like, still, those elements are inside of him. So if you're not comfortable with those elements, then I don't know. You might have to reconsider that. But I think on the second side of things, you don't necessarily have to be best friends with your partner's friends. Like, I don't feel they're his friends, like, and they are his friends for a reason. So that's my perspective.
He's got his friends. I've got my friends. Mm-hmm. And like, there's an intersection that happens there where, for me, I'm generally comfortable with most of my partner's friends, but I absolutely know the friends of his that are inherently his, and I'm just an accessory when they're around. And the same goes for, it's mutual. Like, some of my friends just don't vibe as well with my partner or with my husband as they do with me. And that's okay. Like, you still have an individuality. You don't have to have the same, like, you don't have to have the same friends. You can have separate friend groups.
I agree. I'm in the same frame of mind. Your friends are your friends. My friends are my friends. When we intertwine, when we mingle, for me, it's just a matter of it's just an introduction, right? And you'll vibe with whoever you vibe with. I will try. My responsibility is try to include you as much as I can. But if I also notice that you're uncomfortable, this may not be something that is for you. So, it's just one of those things where I also realize that this is your community. These are the people who formed you to be who you are so that I can meet you. And I extend grace in that. And that's not for me to interrupt. And so I'm not going to place any demands on that. So I think it's just important to, I hate to say this, but like, recognize your place. If you're on the outside, you're on the outside. Like, you don't need to know the inside jokes and what everybody's laughing about. Just know that your partner's having a good time.
It makes me think of that space where a lot of people are like, I don't like, I've heard people say, I don't like for my partner to be around his friends because, he might turn into a queen around his friends. Well,
I get what you're saying.
I mean,
and
that's
who he is.
Those are his friends. Those are his friends. Those are people who he feels comfortable around. Like, he needs that to show. He needs that interaction to show up to you with who he is to you.
And honestly, I think we all are in unison with our answers. His friends are not your friends. It's just a simple opener. Like, what aggravates my soul is when we're not friends no more. But I had this one best friend who always brought his partner around, and his partner actually verbally said something about, like, I said you are an outsider because you're not our friend. Mm. And that's just how I am.
Why you said that to that man?
Because he was brave enough to say it. I wasn't rude about it. I said we've been friends for like 8+ years. He just met you 8 months ago. We are not your friend. I don't have your number. I don't want your number. And that's what a lot of people mess up too. I don't agree with giving my boyfriend's number out to my friends. That y'all not his friends. If y'all need to contact him, y'all got me, and I can relay the message. But I just don't believe in Why do you need to text my man? That's just crazy to me. Unless his kids involved or something like that, then that makes sense. But we all just coupled up.
What if we're trying to plan a surprise birthday party for you?
That's different. But like I said, it better be something, because like you just casually texting my man, how's your day going? I'm shutting that shit down. I'm cussing both people out. Like, I'm just being honest. I'm just telling you how I am. Like, how I am in my household.
That's crazy. Like,
however, it's a whole nother segment. However, I do and then if it's in your house, right? Because in your house where you live at, y'all live together. I think when his parents come over, you should like leave the house if you feel like you're the third. Like man.
No, I'm comfortable and I gotta leave the house.
If you feel like you don't fit in with them, why would I sit there and make myself more miserable looking at these hoes talk?
I gotta leave my.
I think
house.
let them have their time and respect the space,
leave.
but I don't know about leaving completely. Yeah. But
I'm not, so I can't.
Child, let me delete. Matter of fact, let me delete this number right quick before I have Rodney beating me up.
Child, I ain't worried about it.
No more good mornings.
Scandal.
No, but honestly, Opener, I hope we really helped you out because, like I said, your friends are your friends, his friends are his friends, and when y'all intertwine friend groups, like Randall said, then it's a thing. But I don't believe in every time the bros hang out, your man coming. That's stupid to me.
He can be left at home. So.
Yeah, leave your man at home. We trying to have a good kiki. I might want a death drop. I gotta act different because you act different around your man. But you ain't your true self.
But that's the question. It's like, do you act different? Or like, do you act different when your man's around?
That's a good question. Segment.
Rodney.
Segment is over. Openers. Thank you for tuning in. Now, I'm just saying I'm on the show. Thank you for tuning in to the letter, and Saul's going to close us out.
All right. Talk about where we spit and swallow.
Yeah, where we spit. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming and joining the five of us as we swallow hard topics and spit difference of opinions.
See you next week.
Bye, y'all.
My man.